Hello everybody, this is Ryan Mulhollem, and this is the presentation for the final project for the Introduction to Computer Science with Python course. So starting out, the problem I tried to solve is that I run a real estate business with two partners. We use Zillow all the time for real estate data. I am trying to query data directly off the website and be able to work with the data and get some information out of it, and also provide a real life example. So beginning, I have my libraries here at the top. Um, so I used request to bring in the data through the API, pandas to format the data and save it into a data frame, CSV to export and import the data frame from pandas. I have time due to an issue I had with the API, and I have collections and pyplot in order to format the data and visually show it below. So starting out, I have to work with the API. So essentially, I am using response to put a GET request using the URL key, which is specified up here, headers, which I have specified here, which is the API keys through Rapid API, and then I have my parameters, which are the query string set up here, which is Ocean County, New Jersey, where we buy houses. We want to see only for sale, multifamily, and the price range between $100,000 and $500,000. Moving forward, we have, once we are getting the data, we are going to work with it through JSON to begin with, and we're going through the props section of the JSON text where all of the ZPIDs are stored. So the ZPIDs are the unique identifier for Zillow listings, and we are storing that in a ZPID list, and then we are going through the same exact process one more time, this time with the ZPIs, the ZPID list, and we are going through and saying, get me any information regarding to each of these ZPIDs. So get me all the property information now that we know what properties we're looking for. And then this is where I was using the time library because there's a limit of 10 calls per minute. So I set it for every ZPID it goes through, wait 10 seconds, and then continue. So it did take a while to load, but eventually it finished going through everything. Next, once I have all the data, work with pandas to get me a data frame for property details. And as you can see, there are a lot of columns, and I had to set this to give me an expansion on the number of columns it could display, 310. So I can get all the columns, go through it manually and figure out which ones I want it, store them in a columns want it list, pass that list through into my final data frame. And then finally, I can then export into my Zillow Real Estate CSV, which now I'm going to begin to work with below. So starting out, I'm going to start out simple and get a little bit more difficult. So I have a function that essentially asks for the number of beds and baths and returns a list of addresses based on that. So here we have 2 beds, 2 baths, and it outputs a list of addresses that we can go look at that meets that criteria. So then moving forward down here, I have a function that it's asking a user for the, give me the highest or the lowest, and then return that the highest valued home, the address and the price, or the lowest valued home. So you can see high or low. If you say highest, it says the highest value home is, and it gives the address along with the price. You can see I had a maximum value of 500,000, so there's a house that's very close to that value. If I say lowest, my minimum was 100,000. It gave me a house that's worth 105,000. So it's working as expected. It's also returning it as a dictionary. So then moving forward, I want to figure out what the average of all of the homes are in this list that I grabbed, which ends up being 283,000. And then I want to graph the home prices going by year, have everything cleaned up and format it nicely, and then showing the average going across. Moving forward, we have a more difficult function that we have where it's essentially accepting 3 parameters. So it's taking a minimum price, a maximum price, and then out of that range, are we going to, do we want the minimum value or the maximum value out of this price range? And this function also has some error handling built into it. But essentially, if I wanted to see the minimum value for a range of 100,000 to 400,000, um, it will return the house um, along with the description and the price. That last house did not have description in the data set, but if we have 200,000 or 300,000, right, it will give us the minimum value. So you can see for 200,000 is 214. If I move it up to 300,000, we have 309,000. And if I do maximum value, right, we have a maximum value of 398,000, and it's again giving me the address, the full description of the house as well along with the price, and there's error handling for each of these input values. So if I mess up that, it's saying please enter minimum or maximum and in the exact format. And then if I add another extra number here, it's it tells me I need to enter a minimum value within the range of 100 to 400,000, and as well as adding another 0 to here. Same thing, we have error handling for the maximum value as well. So lessons learned for this project is that Zillow and APIs in general are very difficult to work with, and that there's a lot more that goes into just getting the data brought in, just as much work as actually writing all of the functions. And it's really important to take the extra time to make sure that the data is being brought in the correct way, because it's just easier to work with from then on out. And so I would say that's definitely a limitation, is just working with Zillow's API in general. So thank you. Hope everyone enjoys.